Prince Harry in the state dinner at Buckingham Palace? Was he invited or was he not? As ever, we have the latest. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to see you today, and as ever, thank you so much for your company. Welcome on all brand new subscribers too. As we know, it was a very sad day yesterday with, of course, the funeral of our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, and many, of course, will have noticed that on that day, Prince Harry, the former royal known as His Royal Highness Prince Harry, decided not to wear his uniform. That could have been an option, that he could have done. He was given the option to do that. And I think really that says a big statement. Perhaps he was stating and standing side by side, shoulder to shoulder with his uncle, Prince Andrew, who also, while displaying medals, etc., and the things that he did for the Falklands War, wasn't allowed to wear his full military uniform. All very sad, isn't it, when you think about it, because there they were at their mother's funeral. Very heartwarming stuff, very heartbreaking things too, the end of a wonderful era. But this particular story also sent us upon the fact that there was a big state dinner on Sunday evening, which of course, first of all, we were told that all major leaders of the world were going to be attending, including, prime ministers, world leaders, everybody who's in town right now would have been ready to descend upon Buckingham Palace, including, of course, the President of the United States, Joe Biden. What's interesting, though, is there was a story put out originally saying that Harry and Meghan were invited. Then the story was that they were disinvited. Well, actually, the original story about them being invited was one of those hoax stories put out by their mouthpiece, who decided to post it on social media in the hope that they could twist their arm. The original invitation, which was clarified by Buckingham Palace, simply stated that this was for senior working members of the British monarchy. Very clear, right? And of course, when you think about it, Harry and Meghan have decided that they're no longer senior members of the British monarchy, but like to dip their toe in and out as they fancy. So what was interesting was, as this particular thing developed during the day, and according to a very good source, there was sort of an opportunity, a window for opening, as it were. And this could have been exactly for the royal known as Prince Harry, who could have been invited alone, right? Now, the reason why they wanted to invite him alone was, of course, he's part of the family. It's a big event, even though he's a non-working royal. But seemingly, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, and according to a very good source, Harry basically turned that opportunity down. According to a good source, it was the fact that he and Meghan come as a duo, and while in London together, they wanted to represent themselves and of course attend this event together. Now, as ever, we have to say that this is from a very good source. But the bigger problem is this, you see, of course, senior members of the British monarchy could see, and this is really all down to Meghan's stupidity of doing all those interviews, that obviously this was a room she would very much like to work. Can you imagine all those world leaders, picture opportunities, and of course the chance to talk about it, no doubt, in a forthcoming podcast. So simply, it was stated, according to that good source, Harry, alone or nothing. And seemingly, Prince Harry chose it alone. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.